is the Dianthus, velvet and lace. These are a set of 3 plants at just $31.86. And each one of these plants is extraordinarily beautiful. Pastels are very nice in flowers in the springtime. But as we get into the heat of the summer, it's important to have some bold, striking, dramatic colors in your garden to catch your eye. And these will do just that. The shipping and handling is free. What we have in our inventory is all that we will be able to get. And with us starting spring a little early here, I'm glad we did, they will be gone long before the gardening centers are even open. So tell us a little bit about Dianthus, and in particular velvet and lace. These are pretty.
Well, as we were putting them up on the table, I wish you could smell the fragrance. It is so remarkable. It's a spicy fragrance. It reminds me of cinnamon. I just want
Yeah,
to,
with a little bit of clove.
I mean, oh, yes,
Yeah.
there it is. Cinnamon and clove. I couldn't get what that flavor was. That's what it smells like. And this is such a dramatic Dianthus. The deep maroon, almost black, ruffled petals here are unbelievable. So the petals are then etched in that white. So that pristine white is such a unique look, and it's a double petal. So the look of this plant is absolutely amazing. The fragrance is to die for. And the form that it gives you in the garden is so unique. It's this mounded form that actually looks like little bouquets in the
Yeah.
garden.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about this irresistible fragrance. It's crazy good in here. And this is going to bloom all summer long, and it'll come back year after year without taking over the garden. So it stays that, I call it, it looks like nosegays or
Hmm.
bouquets in the garden. And you are going to get 3 of these. So you can either put them in containers. They are amazing on a walkway, and don't worry, they are not delicate. You can put them on a well-used pathway or walkway. They're great as cut flowers. Over here this morning, I made a beautiful little bouquet of these gorgeous Dianthus, and this color is something that is so unusual. I like to bring things that are unique, but this is also low maintenance. A lot of times unusual means high maintenance, not with this Dianthus. The flower petal is double. It is a almost black maroon color with that pico ruffled pristine white edge. This is something that I just love year after year. It comes back and I don't have to do anything. It behaves like an annual,
Yep.
but this is a perennial, and it's going to do well in full sun to part shade. And it's going to do well in so many different places because from zone 5 to 9, which is like Massachusetts to northern Florida,
Yep.
it's going to do very well. And it's going to stay that compact shape, like 10 inches high by about 12 inches wide. It's also, as delicious as it smells and looks, it's deer resistant. That is one of my favorite things also. We don't have to worry about the deer eating all of these up. It's drought tolerant as well, Dan. So they'll take low to average watering. So that's great. Not so much maintenance.
Barbara, one of the reasons why I really fell in love with this particular flower, so many
Yeah,
flowers that are planted in the garden that are fragrant are perfume like flowers.
true.
Very feminine, very light and airy. This one, my wife refers to this as the guy flower because that scent is not the usual perfume like floral. It's a little bit bolder, a little grungier. It's this wonderful cross between a cinnamon bun and a little bit of clove. And it's most flowers don't make me hungry. This one always did. So around our back patio and our pool, last spring, we planted all pollinators, butterfly bushes,
Oh,
things
yeah.
that would bring in the hummingbirds and the honeybees. And we have 2 of these in a container by my favorite place on the back deck. And I sit there and just breathe it in. And it calms me. And I think we
Yeah.
all, especially this year, maybe more than any other, we deserve to have a place where we can sit and kind of zen out a little bit. And
Isn't
great
that the truth?
fragrances can do that for you, and I think this flower is one of them.
I agree. This is a feel-good flower, unique, unusual, very low maintenance, going to attract butterflies into the garden. Something that's going to come back reliably year after year, but it's not going to take over the garden. So many things we put in, we're like, oh, that's too big. We're no, year after year, it's going to come back the same. You will love this. Pathways, uh, special points in the garden, containers. Imagine this on your patio, on your deck. You're going to get that spicy cinnamon clove scent that is divine. It is so special. Every time I get a whiff of this, I think back to my childhood
Yeah.
where my grandfather grew these, and it brings me right back. That was my job in the summer when I would visit him in New York,
Mhm.
disbud the carnations. He just had a blast with the Dianthus.
Well, and this is a
Look,
very special variety of it. Today,
oh
again,
yeah.
they are brand new. It's the only order we have for the entire season. And at $31.86, they are such a hardy perennial coming back year after year after year. It's money invested, well spent on changing the feeling of your property.
Ah, absolutely. And Dan, I want people to have success gardening.